Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry for the strange intro and the non-3D print theme of the start of this video. I just wanted to show what I've been up to and why I haven't been making 3D print videos and haven't been doing much on the 3D printer for the last month or so. One reason is for job and just so busy, but the other thing is I've dipped my toe into the aquaponics scene. So anyone who doesn't know what aquaponics is, it's basically you have fish and you have plants and you feed the fish and the fish feed the plants, but I'll go through that later. So just wanted to start with this. What you're actually looking at is a filter that I made for my aquaponics setup. Now this has only been running for about 6 weeks, and I made this filter in a bit of a hurry because I needed something to filter out the water in this barrel, as the other filter I had wasn't big enough. So I drew this filter quickly in Fusion 360 and printed it out in ABS, and there it is. It's been running ever since. I printed a bracket for it. It just slots in, and it's basically just a big open mesh bottom cylinder really, and slots in there. If I can get it in one-handed without wrecking everything. Slots in there like that. So I printed the 3/4, if I can get on there. I printed the 3/4 thread, and that's held up no problems in terms of strength. Let me just turn it off quickly. So if I turn it off, what I can actually do is rotate and lift. So I printed it with these little tabs on, and there's a couple of grooves in there so there's 3 tabs basically like that, and they lock in these grooves. We can get on there, and then it spins and locks in place basically. I can't do it one-handed. And the bottom is the same again. That cylinder spins and locks into there. So I've got one media type in there and a different media type in there. So it's sort of 2 chambers that screw together. So yeah, nothing special. It's a simple filter for this tank. It's not the only filter for anyone who's you know, keen on being careful to fishes and looking after wildlife. This is not the only filter, it's just one of many, but it's something I needed in a hurry a few weeks ago. And you know, I took sort of 25 minutes to draw it, and I don't know, I suppose nearly 10-12 hours, maybe a bit longer, to print all the parts. And I suppose within a day I had a you know, a filter. So I think that's what's good about having a 3D printer, is if you need something, you can't buy it quickly or you can't get hold of it quickly, you know, 90% of the time you might be able to make something on your 3D printer that will help you get over a problem. And this helped me for a few weeks. I've just left it here as a backup, or just an additive filter. It doesn't really do much anymore, but it's just there, just as an extra, and I leave it running as it helps aerate the water a little bit for the fish. So yeah, this is one of the things I have done, you know, whilst I've been away from the 3D print scene. There is lots of things I still need to put up on the channel, and I do apologise for not getting there, but I don't know, life is just so busy this year, and yeah, I don't seem to be quieting down at all at the moment. But anyway, this is what I've been doing, delving into aquaponics. So here's I'll show you the little setup. I step back. So it's just a barrel. Excuse the camera, still on the Samsung camera phone. So there's a barrel, that's 220 litres in there, and there's my sump tank. So that's about 150 litres that's actually in there. It's a 220 litre barrel, but it's not full up. And there's my main filter, and that's just a big trickle filter. So the tank overflows into there and trickles through and then fills up the sump, and then it's circulated via some valves, and the return is then filtered again, passed through a UV filter, and then back into the barrel as the main fish tank. Now I've only got about 10-12 fish in here at the moment, not many. There's some very small baby koi, some goldfish, and some carp, some baby carp in there. I can't get this camera to focus, absolutely rubbish. I will get a new one day. So there they are, all happily swimming around, and I have just fed them, so it looks like a pea soup in there at the moment. That won't take long to clear off. So there, yeah, there's my little aquaponics barrel, and there's my filter that helped me out when I was trying to filter out some particulates that came down from the media beds up above, which I'll show you quickly. So aquaponics is a fish tank, which is there. I'll have to take you outside. And this is what I've rigged up out here. So this pipe here comes up from the sump and feeds these two planters. Actually, there it comes in. Very hard to see with the light in at the moment, but yeah, it comes in there. A quick screen filter. There's another foam filter to stop anything passing through. There's my strawberries. There's my little tomato plant. These come uncovered. And so the water trickles from basically one trough and then runs down, as you can see there, through that pipe, and then into that trough, and then that runs that way. Oh, these are some baby corn. It's not actually, they got a bit bleached in the extreme sun we had last week, so they've not recovered yet, and looking like they've got some deficiencies as well, but it's another story. This is some watercress. So this is actually coming on extremely good. This has only been in about 2 weeks, and yeah, that's come on really well. These are some future ones to go in the next tray and go up in the spaces that's there, but same again, as you know, time is just never enough of it in a day. So there's the little aquaponics setup. Oh, nearly tripped over. That's the plants in their troughs, and yeah, unfortunately I've got the bug, so this is my starting setup. I do excuse those that are expecting a 3D print video. That will be coming very shortly. There are loads of stuff I need to put up, and I have bought some video editing software to try and edit all this and put it up neatly. So anyway, back to this. So yeah, there's my fish tanks, and this is setup number 1, and yeah, I've already got the bug and it's grown, and here's setup number 2, which I've just started. Excuse the camera. So I don't know how much you can see on there. I'm having to basically lift the camera up to the corner of a shed roof to get the whole shot in. But that's my new tank, which is 1,000 litre IBC. And yeah, the reason why I've incorporated this video is to make these sort of projects, tanks and pumps and filters, you need lots of piping and fittings, and already I'm thinking of, oh, I could do with a better bracket to do this, or I could do with a better pipe fitting to do that, or I could do with something that's not quite that shape, if it was just that shape, or if it was angled differently. And straight away my 3D printer comes into its own once I've actually got this semi set up and running, and or at least into a state where I know what else I need. I will be printing loads of parts for this, from water jets to different angle pipe fittings to all sorts. I've got a connector down here, for instance. Now that's the connector to the IBC. It's a very large thread. Come on, camera. Do excuse, but it is rubbish. Yeah, it's a very large thread. It's like an S60 thread on there, and that's going to go to a 2-inch BSP fitting. But the trouble is, all this lot, I don't know if I can get that in shot, all this lot has to go in here somewhere. So these valves need supporting, and straight away I'm thinking, how do I make something fit that profile and fit that profile, and then screw back to a flat piece of wood? Well, with a 3D printer, as anyone knows, if you've got a 3D printer, well, you just draw something, print it, and probably the next day you're bolting it on. So that's why I've incorporated this video with all of this, really, is because, you know, my 3D printer has already helped me out on this project once. Excuse the mess. That's where my printer used to be. It will be going back there very shortly. So yeah, my printer, you know, has already helped me out there. It's helped me out with some other bits and pieces, other brackets and that I've used. You know, if you've got a printer, it can just help you out with so many things. And this project here is gonna require loads of bits that I just can't buy off the shelf, and my printer will just print them. Like, I need, you know, I don't want that as just a nozzle for the water overflow. This is the overflow from the tank. Well, not the overflow, it's actually a siphon pickup that will run off down here into what's known as a swirl filter. You know, and in normal circumstances you would just use that to direct the water. Well, surely I can design something that would suffice better than that. The idea is you need to create a swirl of water. Now that would be better if it was flat and square, like a letterbox opening that you could aim the water jet round, rather than just a round opening. But, you know, can you buy something like that on the shelf? Probably not. Well, I can draw it and print it and have it in my hand a few hours later. So yeah, this is why this video is important, because if you're doing projects at home, it doesn't really matter what it is, I don't think. If you have a printer and you can print things that are strong enough to survive what you're going to use them for, then, you know, a printer is perfect for so many jobs. Anyway, enough of that. I will get back onto my 3D print videos very, very soon. Just wanted to show you what I've been up to. So yeah, a new tank that's still in the making at the moment, and some filters and bits and pieces. There's another filter here. I don't know why I'm showing you this, but anyway, there's some 3D print bits in the bottom that hold that together that I couldn't buy off the shelf. That helped me there. I'm going to need 3D print brackets for the valve. I'm going to need so many things that I want to do. But anyway, sorry this is a mess of a video. Thanks for watching anyway. Hopefully I'll be back up soon with some more 3D print advancements on the actual printer itself. But anyway, back to the main topic is, you know, a printer can help you with so many things, and it's helped me, I think, every single week of every single month that I've ever had it now. And I just wanted to share that with you and let you know I'm still around, and there'll be more 3D print stuff coming very shortly. And I probably will make a channel on this aquaponics and show my progress and what I've done and how I've done it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, speak very soon. Cheers.